Hi, everybody. I didn't know that was coming. Hi, everybody. It's Maria from What's the Story with Maria. How's it going? We are very happy you're here. It's important that we're together. And I appreciate you guys. Tonight is January 6th, 2026. It's Tuesday. This is our night. We have a special show tonight. You know, once in a while we do a special show where we take things from a different angle. And I've asked my cousin Rina to join us to explain. So, growing up, January 6th had many different meanings. Until a few years ago, it didn't have the terrible memories that January 6th has now. What it was Three Kings Day, which was a really wonderful day. And it was, for Italians, La Befana. And so I'm going to have my cousin Rina join us and explain what La Befana means. It was a very magical day for Italians. And also, it's also known as Little Christmas or the Epiphany. And I always was in awe of this day because my mother loved it. So we're going to celebrate that tonight together. And Leo, you got a promo? Go ahead and hit it.
I'm a big fish in a small pond. Got my days free and my nights long. I create my own reality. Who I am is fine with me. As famous as I wanna be. Who I am is fine with me. It's who I am. It's who I am.
Welcome, my loves. So, as I said, tonight is January 6th, 2026. It is our first show of the new year of 2026. And, you know, sometimes things have to get worse before they get better. That's what they say. In the rooms, we say sometimes you got to hit bottom before you can come back up. Like if you jump in a pool right in the deep end, really sometimes the best thing that can happen is you hit the bottom so you can push off with your feet and rise right up. So I'm hoping that for the country. That is my wish for the country. I am going into 2026 with a heavy heart but a clear head. And I do believe that most of us are good people. Most people are good people. And that sometimes people are just lied to or misled or misinformed. And I do believe that good things will happen again. And it's almost like we had to be pushed to the edge to believe in our unity again. So that is my hope. That's my hope for 2026. As far as, I always have kind of a running thing going, and I think this year it's going to have to be, I just believe that people are good. I do. That is my deepest belief, that people are good. And I do believe that good will outweigh the bad. I really do. I'm starting to feel, as bad and as dark as things are, I feel like people are good, and good people good people will prevail. I also know that there's like a perpetual car crash in our view all day long, all the time. And I have made a decision to stop looking at it. Nothing good is going to come of that. And, I was talking to a good friend of mine today, and I said, listen, there are people in charge that get paid good money to get things done. My worrying on the way home from work or on the subway or in the middle of the night is not going to change anything. My actions will change things. I can show up and always vote, which I've never missed an election, because my mother never missed an election. She was an American citizen, and as soon as she became a citizen, she voted, and she never missed one, even when she was sick at the end of her life. And I will never miss an election. I will always be proactive, always do like postcards to swing states, support certain great causes. And what I think is most importantly that we've all been doing is we've been gathering with our friends and going to marches showing up at rallies, putting our heart and soul into public service. These are beautiful things. Helping to raise money for great causes, like cancer care or the Heart Association, or make great causes across whatever it is that moves you. I'm going to continue to pour my heart into that as I have done, and I'm just going to keep doing that. So I do feel that there is more good than evil in the world, even though it's hard to see. I think that the bad is amplified. That's really what it is. And the good happens maybe on the one-on-one conversations. It happens in the rooms. It happens in classrooms. It happens in around the table with families. And let's keep thinking that. I believe that people are good, and good will prevail. That's going to be my thought for 2026. But anyway, okay, I just wanted to get that out of the way so that the elephant in the living room can now move to another room. All right, so when I was growing up, my mother loved this day. And as Catholics, this day was it was Three Kings, right? It was the day that the Three Kings arrived. If you believe in that, if you don't believe in it, that's okay. If you don't believe in it, then it's just a pretty story, and its stories are nice, right? Folklore, as will be the next thing I talk about. But it was Three Kings Day, and in Italy, and for the Italians, there was something called La Befana. And we're going to bring on at about 9:15ish, we're going to bring on my cousin Rina. Who better than to explain these Italian things than my cousin Rina? But in the meantime, I do want to, thank you, Leo. So I want to talk about a few things that are, in my opinion, must-sees picks of the week coming up that are just really great theater. Okay, so let's start with James Jackson Jr. James Jackson Jr. has been on the show. He's Elliot Roth plays for him, is his musical director, and also produced his album, which is out there. But he has got a show, and it's called What I Am, and it's there it is. James Jackson Jr. Is just an amazing singer and personality and actor, and just like his light is so bright, it's incredible. And if you see him on stage, you almost are. You're definitely inspired. But I was like, wow, what am I listening and looking at? He's just really special. He's very special. So James Jackson Jr. at the Provincetown Theater, 238 Bradford Street. If you've ever been there, you know that there are two main streets. There's like Commercial Street, and then right behind it is Bradford Street. It's a beautiful little town, Provincetown, Massachusetts. It's right on the peninsula there. And so if you're in that area, James Jackson Jr. is there Thursday, January 15th, and Friday, January 16th. That's a Thursday and a Friday at 7 p.m. I don't know what the ticket prices are, but I'm sure they're worth whatever they are. And it's you go to the provincetowntheater.org website and you can get your tickets. So maybe you're out on the Cape. A lot of my friends live on the Cape. It's worth crossing that little bridge into Provincetown. So anyway, that I want to maybe definitely promote him. And then here we go. Oh my God, thank you, Leo. You're so on the ball. Singer-actor Nicholas Rodriguez celebrates Stephen Sondheim at Chelsea Table Stage on Monday, January 12th. Okay, so that is this Monday coming up. So in 6 days. Nicholas Rodriguez worked at Brandy's. I worked with him a few times. He is one of the greatest stage performers that I have ever known. So he is not only extremely good looking and takes care of himself, his voice is to die for, and his stage presence, I said to Leo, is like nothing else. His stage presence, like alone, is 5 stars. He was in Company on Broadway with Patti LuPone. And he's been in just a ton of great stuff. But he is now doing, I'm going to really, really, really try to make this. And if I can't make it, I'll get a live stream. That's the beauty of Chelsea Table and Chair. I mean, Table and Stage, Table and Chair. Table and Stage, and also Green Room 42, that if you can't make it in person, you can get a live stream. And what I was looking at, what he wrote in his press release. So it is he said it's a love letter to Stephen Sondheim. But it's not just his love letter. He actually reads letters throughout the show that people have written to Stephen Sondheim. So it's really quite a tribute to the master, and who probably is all of our favorite, musical theater composers. I mean, it's hard to pick up someone. They're all great, and they all bring something unique to the table. But there's something about Stephen Sondheim that it's just mind-blowing, and just really good stuff. So if you're going to see something in New York next week, you got to see Nicholas Rodriguez celebrate Stephen Sondheim at Chelsea Table and Stage. It will also remind you that these tickets sell out very quickly. It's a beautiful room, by the way. I think it's owned by the same people as Green Room 42. It's a beautiful room. I saw Diane D'Angelo there. I loved her show. It was great. And they have wonderful food. So that's another thing. You can get a little dinner, get there a little bit early, get some dinner. Wonderful food, and the sound is fantastic. Speaking of fantastic, Leo has popped this up for all of us to take in. What is this, you say? What is this semi-naked young man doing in his kitchen? Looking impish, I might add. This is Miles, our friend Miles Whitaker, and he is Mr. January because it was his birthday a few days ago. He is Mr. January 2026 on our Nothing But the Apron calendar. Of course, this is what we have, the Nothing But the Apron calendar. We've been doing this for about 5 years, maybe more. No, maybe 5 years. Anyway, this is $15. It's amazing. Every single month is mind-blowing and fun, and people worked. We got to tell you, people worked really hard on their months. So if you want one, I always have them at all my jobs. So next Monday I won't be at Stonewall, but I will be at Wednesdays. I'm at the Duplex, and Friday and Saturday I'm at Brandy. So I always have them with me, and let me know if you live far away and you want one mailed out. Let me know, and I will get those to you too. Okay, now let's check in with our friend. So Miles, thank you for putting so much love into your, as the kids call it, your spread. They call that a spread when you take pictures like that. Okay, so I just want to check in on my other Facebook page to see if anybody's popped in that I don't.
That was dirty.
Well, listen, that's what the kids call it. It's not
We've been
what
hanging out too long together. I've been rubbing.
I know. It's not what I call it, Leo. You know, it's the kids. It's the kids. Okay, so let me see. Here we go. Sometimes I like to have two things running at once because we do get different people that check in. Okay, so let's say hello to our wonderful friends. Danielle Alexandria Alchemy. Happy 2026. Happy Tuesday, Maria. And what's the story? Crew. Yes. A happy new year. Same to you, sweetheart. Hi, Sister Leo. She shouted out Sister Leo. Oh my God, that never gets old.
I told you we were going to start with something that makes us laugh.
And it did. Lori Towers says, Happy New Year, my Tuesday family. Well, we love you, Lori. And then John Pietero, there he is, her wonderful, handsome husband. And so Lori and John, I love Lori and John. They are the nicest people you can imagine. They're also really smart, and they have tons of knowledge, and they share it with us. And they're musicians, they're music historians, they are DJs, they are personalities. Lori's a publicist, and also jewelry. I have my jewelry right here, my Lori Towers jewelry. There it is. So all this stuff. And John is a reviewer, a writer, a poet. there's so many great things that these two people do. So, Leo, would you mind explaining to everybody how they can find Lori and John on a Wednesday night?
Go to wfmu.org on Wednesday night. If you're over there on that side of the world, on the East Coast, go in at 10 p.m. Over here in California, 8, 7 p.m., you go to Sheena's Jungle Room beneath the underground. You get down and dirty with some of the funky music they play.
Amazing music. And the nice thing is that it's also archived. So if you can't make it live, you can listen to it. Like I listen to it the next day, lots of times while I'm cooking and stuff, and or whatever I'm doing, I can listen to it. And you can stop and start it. That's the beauty of having things saved. So go on and check out our friends, Lori and John. We love them and we love what they do.
And these kids don't even know. You remember back in the day when if you missed something, you had to wait till, if it was TV, you had to wait till summer.
Right, for a rerun. Oh my, there was no such thing as YouTube. You couldn't go back and
binging. What the hell is binging? You binged food, not series.
And I remember, what the show that I never missed, and I was in front of the TV for Wednesday nights, the Sonny and Cher show. I never missed it. I couldn't. I mean, that was it. I was ready to go.
I had to be about 7 years old when I noticed on one show, and see, this is what throws your family off. I'm thinking fashion, and they're thinking that I'm noticing her boobs. But I noticed that I'm like, Cher's not wearing a bra, is she? And I'm thinking, like, girl, you're moving and you're dancing and whatever. 7-year-old Leo's thinking, come on.
No, and your family,
like,
of course, thought, well, right?
You noticed Cher, huh?
Oh my God, that is so funny. Yeah, that was my show that I just loved. I never missed it. Sudi Rick Caritas says, I can see for miles and miles. Yes, you can. Loved Sonny and Cher. Weren't they great? And I can't say enough about Cher's book, Cher Part 1, which I finished a few months ago. And I listened to the audio because when it's someone that I really like, I'm crazy about, I like to hear them read it in their voice. She reads it, but also Stephanie Block, who played her in Cher on Broadway. So they divide it. So anyway, that's that.
You mean they didn't ask Dominic Pupa to read? I'm so surprised.
I'm shocked. I am totally shocked. I know. Look at Billy Goffey. And there he is. I definitely remember that show. I know. Wasn't it the best? They always had amazing musical.
I miss variety shows like that.
I do too. Oh, speaking of which I will promo next week as well. But we always do a benefit for our friend Lori Lawrence. She passed away a few years ago. Maybe it's 8 years now. And she was an extremely generous person that always raised a lot of money for different charities. And her favorite charity was the Big Brother, Big Sister. So we are doing a benefit in her honor again called Dear Lori Lawrence. It's at the Stonewall Inn on January 29th. It is a Thursday. And at 7 upstairs. So if you want to put that in your books, Bill Goffey is going to be in it. I'm going to be in it. Anthony Fett, Lavinia Draper will be there. Michael Isaacs, Jay Rivera.
That's such a lineup of wonderful people. Like, if you get a chance, the money always goes to good people, to good causes. But for this benefit, I was there, I think, for the second or third one.
Yeah.
And the lineup.
The lineup is fun. It's just fun people. We just enjoy each other's company. John Bronson
in the room.
is in it. His husband Frank is going to perform a song. We love Frank. Frank's fun. Frank does a lot of fun songs now. He's coming out of his shell a little bit.
Good.
So Michael Isaacs, did I say that? Jay Rivera, Kim Lee Hicks. I'm trying to get Judy to sing a song. I don't know if she will, but. And if you are someone out there that wants to be part of the benefit, of course you can join us. Maybe you're a singer or comedian out there and you're saying, I would perform for this benefit. Let me know, reach out to me, and I'll put you in the lineup. Also, one of the things we're looking for that we always have is things to raffle off. So I'll definitely raffle off some What's the Story with, we'll have a raffle and I'll donate some What's the Story with Maria stuff. But also there's a lot of nightclubs. Like I know Brandy's always donates something. The Duplex always donates, like a gift certificate. So if you work in a restaurant that you think would donate just a little package or something, or if you have stuff that you want to donate that we can raffle off because we have and then people just, it's always so much fun.
Maybe
So-
our guest will donate her mailman to raffle off.
Oh, I don't think so. I don't think he's available. Thank you very much. Anyway, so tonight I have asked, as I've done so many times, some nights you just need to bring your cousin in, and she's going to help me.
Partner in crime.
Yes, your secret. Well, I always say that if you and Rena lived in the same state, there'd be trouble. Trouble
Our
would be
favorite
bad.
things. One of our favorite things to do is send each other food. Creative food.
Oh, I'm sure.
And we laugh all the time.
Oh, I'm sure. And Rena's an amazing cook and baker.
Yes, she is.
So without further ado, I think it is time to bring on my cousin, Rina Crugnale Burgey, married to the original Mr. February in our calendar. Thank you, Leah. There she is. Look how pretty you look.
Why, thank you. Hi,
Oh
honey.
my goodness. And that blue, you always look so pretty in that blue. Wow. So Rina, this morning I text Rina, I didn't, some weeks I don't want to schedule a guest. I want to see what the universe tells me to do. And this morning I woke up and I was like, oh, I want to talk about La Befana. Who better than, and you also posted those amazing things. Like, of course you understand better than anybody. So this is Arriva La Befana, right? Which, like, we as Italian kids get excited when we see these things. Like,
And
and
she's a witch, but she's not. She's an old lady.
right. Okay. So the other one I love too, the blue one, which says, yes. So La Befana, go ahead, Rina, read it.
Little poem. It's like a little song. It says, La Befana vien di notte, con le scarpe tutte rotte, col
I
cappello.
love it.
Viva, viva la Befana.
Oh, I love that. So tell everybody what that means if they don't speak Italian.
So it's like, here comes La Befana. She comes, I this was part of her outfit. So it was like she comes with broken shoes and her hat kind of tipped like in the Roman style and like Viva la Befana. So she's an old lady. The idea was that, do you want me to just tell the story?
Yes, please. It's all you now. I want you to explain to everybody what we loved as a kid.
The three wise men on their way to see the baby Jesus got lost, went through Italy. This is the legend, and ran into this old woman. Tried to ask her for directions, and she was sweeping outside her house. She was very busy, and she said, "I don't have time for this. Like, I'm extremely busy. I have to clean my house." So they were like, "All right, we're trying to find the baby Jesus."
Italian.
And she's like, she's got this broom, which is part of her outfit in the rest of the legend. So she's got this broom and she's sweeping and she kind of like doesn't give them the time of day and they go off and she's like, I don't know, like, you go find the baby Jesus on your own.
Listen, I'm busy. Get out of my way.
They leave and then the star appears to her at night and she feels horrible that she missed the opportunity. She should have gone with them. So she leaves, she gets, the spirit of Christmas, and she puts toys in her sack on her broom, and she goes to try to find the baby Jesus. And along the way, she's giving gifts to all kids along the way. So that's the idea of the legend.
I love that. I love that. But what was it about our upbringing, Rina, where I believed it. I believed it. If my mother, whatever my mother told me, I believed.
Yeah.
And La Befana was like, I remember asking my mother if she was scary. It was just like, no, povera, like she's poor, so she looks a little raggedy. But
Yeah.
when our parents, your mom and my mother are sisters, and they would say that I'd say, well, what gifts did you get from La Befana? And theirs was like orange, like fruit, oranges, right? That was a big deal.
big presents. Like even I mean, it's changed over time. Like when we were little, my mom used to ask us to put our shoes by the tree, not stockings. And I don't know if
Oh,
something, a regional thing or her thing, you know, like other people I know too did that. But now they put their stockings, but it was either like fruit, oranges, nuts, or
mm.
cold were bad. So now you can buy like a pre-made stocking in Italy. Like I just talked to my cousin today, and her kids are little, and she said she got these stockings that have all kinds of little trinkets in it, candy, and then like a sugar candy coal. So it's like this black coal. And I said, "You gave your kids coal?" And she goes, "No, it's part of the stocking. It comes with it."
Oh, that's so funny.
A bit of everything, but it's not huge gifts. It's not like Christmas is still Babbo Natale. Santa Claus still brings most of the gifts on Christmas Eve, and then this is like special. The Befana comes afterwards.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, so every culture has a different name for Santa Claus, and yeah, so Saint Nicholas, Santa Nicola, right? Babbo
Yep.
Natale. Um, and so every you know, like Chris Kringle, and I guess that's German, I think, and
Père
uh,
Noël. French.
oh, right, right. So everybody, and I hate to say, not I hate to say this, I'm proud to say it, but I still believe in Santa Claus. Like I still believe all that stuff, and I love it. Who's to say it doesn't exist? You know what I mean?
It's
Uh,
the,
it's
it's.
the
I mean,
magic.
yes, you can be grown up and say there's no Santa Claus. Okay, but it's the magic of the season. It's the stuff that
Mm,
feel like, you know, the twinkling lights that make you feel like, oh, it's so cozy in here. Like it's all those little things. Everybody's nicer to each other. Or for
yeah,
I don't know. It's those little, you know, people see, to me, like the gifts and the things. It's like you're searching for someone to make the other person something to make the other person happy. Like
right.
I'm, you know, to me the gifts mean something. Like when I buy for my nieces and nephews, it's like I get excited. Like, oh my god,
Hmm.
they're gonna love this. You know, when they open it and they get excited, like that makes me so happy. Um,
Yeah,
that's that kind of that spirit, and I feel like you take the time to do things during December that you normally don't. Like Ron and I, we went and looked at the lights, and you know, took some pictures.
yeah,
You know, things. You know, you're not going to go out in October and just drive around your neighborhood to see houses, but in December,
right.
look at the lights.
It's true. It's true, and you just want to do more for other people. You know, I always feel like I want to do something nice. You know, like I mean, you know, I'm a good person. I try to be as generous as I can, but for some reason, you're right. It's like around Christmas, you want to, you know, like one of the things that I did this year that I had never done. Like I buy at BJ's or at Costco, they have the boxes of the hand warmers.
Yeah,
Okay, so I always give one a night to my doorman when they're
mm,
outside because they're, you know, at the clubs that I work at, they're outside and there's lines and it's freezing. So every night that I work in the winter, I give them that, right? But this year I bought an extra box, and so I started giving it to like the Salvation Army guy that's ringing the bell. I'm like, they're freezing out there. So, you know, or if I saw like a homeless person on the subway or something or outside, instead of giving them like a dollar or a couple of quarters, I gave them those, you know, and, you know, people sometimes come up to your car for whatever. And you're like, here, buddy, take that. You know, I don't have money, but take this because I just,
beautiful.
it felt right. Yeah. And, you know, so that's something that this year that I started doing. And I think that no matter who you are, you want to do good around this time of year,
Yeah,
you know?
joy. You want to spread joy. You want to, you know, bring comfort to other people. Like it's, I don't know, it's just part of, it feels
Yeah.
the whole season.
So you guys this year, you had a wedding, right?
The wedding was so fun. So yes, Robbie and Michelle's daughter Julia got married. So my niece Julia, and she's been in California with her fiance. So they came back just for a couple of weeks. So we tried to make the most of seeing them as much as we could. But the wedding, thankfully, everyone was healthy during the wedding. But we had the flu after the wedding. We had stomach
Yeah.
bugs before the wedding because we had
Oh
cough.
my God. A lot of people.
So the whole rest of the season, Christmas Eve was different. It was half the people. Christmas Day, we kind of just switched plans, pivoted. And then this past Sunday, before Julie and Zach returned to California, we had another Christmas redo.
Oh,
And
that's nice.
yeah,
I'm glad you got to do that.
we made Christmas shaped pizzas. So we made like 8 pizzas in the shape of a tree and a stocking and a candy cane and wreath and all this stuff. So it was fun.
And you make cookies with your nieces every year, right?
Dude, this year, this is the one year that germs ruined cookie baking day.
Damn it.
So upset. I was
Damn
very
it to germs. Oh my God. And but you usually, I mean, from when they were little to now, do the little ones get involved, the really little ones?
They really do. Like Jessica's 31 now, 30 years old. She was 2 years old when this started. No, in a year and a half, because her birthday's in February. So like a year and she like just wanted the dough, obviously. And I'm like, okay, here, have some. And then like she would take the cookie cutters and a little rolling pin, and she really like enjoyed it. So I was like, oh wow, like next year I'll give her like actual dough to make cookies. And that's how it started. We would
Yeah.
just do it every year. And then it, as they got older, like I was like, oh, they're teenagers. They're not gonna want to come and make cookies, with their aunt or whatever. But they were like, oh no, it's tradition. So I'm like, oh, okay.
I love that.
The same thing. My 2 nephews love to do it. One more than the other. One makes like 3 cookies and he's done. The other will sit with me for hours and he's really intricate in the cookies. It's really fun.
How funny.
But
Yeah,
my
that's
is just to see what they choose. Like
yeah.
cookie, and because I've been collecting them since I was 16, probably. I don't even know how many cookie cutters I have, like Christmas cookie cutters, probably like maybe even like 80 or 100 or something.
Oh my God, Rena, that's wild. So Marie Sullivan Baca says traditions matter. Yes, they do. And I agree, Marie. As a matter of fact, what are some of if people want to type in, what are some of the traditions that as a kid, even now that you've, taken into adulthood, but things that you remember, from Christmas that you did with your family? Like, my mother and I used to make these little felt animals. So we would get sheets of felt and, maybe in the shape of a reindeer or a star or a tree. And then you cut 2 of them and she would show us how to sew the edges, right? And then you stuff them with cotton balls. And they were like, it was just like the most amazing thing. And then you turn them into ornaments. But it's something that as a kid, you don't forget, she loved that.
Yeah, that's
And,
true.
and so all these other, and Easter eggs, all that stuff we used to do with my mom, but I just thought it was the greatest thing in the world,
Oh, yeah.
and then she continued to do it with my nieces
Yeah.
when they were little, and so the little ones, how about your nieces' children? Are they part of it now?
Nieces, my gosh, when I say that it sounds crazy, but yeah, they love it too. I have like little so Frankie is 2 years old and Alessia is 4. She's gonna be 5, and the new baby is only like a month old. So but I bought him a little apron too. They all have
No.
aprons, and the little girls now have their names on them, their embroidered names on them, but
That's
they
so
have
cute.
rolling pins, and like I choose like the bigger, less intricate cookie cutters, because some of those other ones, like, you really have to flour them well to get all the pieces out. But I love to see what they choose and then what decorations they choose. Like I have a bunch of different kinds of sugar to put on, and all different design little what do you call them, all kinds of little sugar like that.
Yeah.
And
Sprinkly things
so they choose what they want, and sometimes it turns out to be like a blob of brown because they put like 7 colors on.
well, that's what it is. People don't realize that. You learn that the hard way. If you mix all the colors together, it's brown.
Yeah, that's nice. Or they'll try to make 3D ones. They'll always be like, and I'm like, that's not gonna cook, honey, so it has to be this way.
But that's a good lesson to learn. You know,
Well,
you learn certain things. How old were you when you started baking?
oh my gosh, I don't know. With my mom, I always helped her. She baked all the time. We always had
Yeah.
parties and holidays all the time. Like people were over our house, or we went to the comadres' houses, and we always brought something. Nobody ever went with their, arms swinging. So
No. Right.
I, I actually, this is
Empty
big.
means you never show up empty-handed. That's kind of how the Italian ladies, you don't want to show up with your arms swinging. That meant you were empty-handed. What is this? Oh, panettone.
This is a very fancy. This is how you know how silly you can be. I found this at a store and I called Marisa, our cousin Marisa, on the phone immediately. I'm like, this says Borgo de Medici. Isabella's gonna go crazy. You have to come buy this panettone.
Wow.
Isabella did her whole thesis on Isabella de Medici, and like this is like a very fancy panettone, like the tip.
I've never seen that panettone, that fancy as that is.
I
Oh
used my
my God.
get it, but yeah, it was very fancy.
I love that. So Marie Sullivan Baca says, I remember going to Wayside Bazaar and getting wooden Christmas ornaments to paint to become tree ornaments. I love that. Wayside Bazaar was a holiday destination, Christmas, birthday, etc. I
Was
think
that
yeah,
red?
what,
I think
honey?
no, when I was little, Zia used to go to Wayside Bazaar.
Yeah, that really brings me back. Was that in Stoneham?
It was like
Or
a Reading, I think. Like on Route,
yes,
yeah, Route 28.
Route 128. You're right, Marie. Great memory.
Oh,
Yeah, and just the way they would make things and how they would bake things. Like the other day I thought about because I'll also say this out loud. I'm a great cook and I love to cook and create recipes, but I've never been a baker. I'm not a baker because you have to really follow. You got to know what you're doing. But
yeah.
this year I'm putting it out there. I want to learn to bake. Yes, so Rena, I might have to come over. You might have to show me some things because
Absolutely.
I've never baked. My nieces bake. They're really good at it, both of them. And I love it. My mother was a great baker. Bill Goffey just bought me. As a matter of fact, I have it right here. I got to show you, Rena. You're going to love this. So, because I told Bill Goffey, and we were talking about when my mother used to make the rosettes. Remember the rosettes?
Yes. Yes. My mother just made those a
Oh
couple
my God. So I haven't seen them in years. And I remember it was something my mother made.
of
And
packets.
I said to Bill, oh man, my mother used to make these rosettes, but I don't know where you would find the iron. Of course, he found it. So
Oh, you
I
go.
know, isn't that great? So this was like they were very thin. I guess you would just make almost like he said, it's almost like a pancake batter.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you'd have to have the oil super, super hot, like
Yeah.
about this thick, super hot. And then you'd put this little thing in, you'd dip it in the batter, and then you'd put it in the hot oil and it would just sizzle and come right off. And
Yeah.
then you'd have to like flip it really quickly. And then you'd put it on a sheet to dry to get the oil out. And he also bought me, look at this. He also bought me a mixer because I don't even have a hand mixer. So he got me that for Christmas. Thank you, Bill Goffey. Bill Goffey.
I've never
Uh,
seen like the package. I've always seen like the random wand and the rosettes, like whoever had.
Right. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I mean, but he got the package, but I just remember, and I don't know what the hell happened to all that stuff. Like my mother knew where everything was.
I know.
Um,
You know
but
what? Do
what?
you remember your mother used to make those? They were cartellate or cartedate, she used to call them. They were like with
That,
wine in them, and they were made it was like she would make them into a rose shape, and then she
oh,
and nuts or vino cotto, like the reduced wine that became sweet. It was like I
oh,
don't know where she got the recipe because my mother doesn't make them, and neither did Nani. So maybe some friend that she knew, but she
wow. I don't know.
girl of it
You
because
know
I was.
what? One of her best friends was German. Do you remember Elsie?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. So when we were little, my mother worked in a factory and she met this woman, Elsie, who's just beautiful. She had beautiful blue eyes and she was German. And they became very good friends. And so they would swap a lot of recipes. and cook together. And I think that might be a German. Doesn't that sound like it's a German kind of?
So it's not too far from Avellino, from where they are. So, but it just wasn't something that my mother made. Like only your mother made them. But they were like, when I see the recipe, I've seen them online, and I go like, oh no, that's like everything they made was so intricate. Like one cookie
Yeah.
at a time. There were no like drop cookies. Like everything. Like look at this. You have to put the iron in. Wait till it take it out.
Right. It's true. Everything was detailed.
There was yeah, they all were like, you know, the only thing she made that was the long cookies with the mandorle with the almonds.
Yeah.
She would make
Yeah.
the long ones, and then she would cut them, the biscotti. That was
Yeah. Bill makes those. Bill Goffey makes those. Bill Goffey, if you guys ever want biscotti, he's like the biscotti king. Billy can make some delicious, all different flavors, and he does really cool stuff. But yeah, my mother, that's what my mother would make, the biscotti, and it was amazing. You know what I love too? Taralli. Do you remember taralli?
yeah, me too.
Those are kind of like, for people that don't know what those are like Italian pretzels, but they're harder.
They're
So
hard.
and they don't have the salt on them. They have more like fennel, things like that in them. My grandmother loved those. And Libruccia loved those. I used to bring them from New York. I'd get them at Rocco's Bakery, and she loved them.
Yeah.
You know, my dad too loved those. So I always think of them. But,
Yeah.
you know, growing up, and I think, Rina, you'll completely agree with me because we grew up together, right? Our families were like one family.
Yeah.
What I loved so much, which I don't know if people do this as much now, maybe they don't because there's so much distraction with screens and stuff. And not knocking screen. God knows I'm on my phone all day, and look at we're doing it now. But there was a lot of sitting around the table with your family.
Yes.
And even after the dinner was over, you still were at the table. Sometimes you played cards. Sometimes you would do things together. People told stories.
Yes.
Just a lot of storytelling. You drank coffee. Somebody put a pot of coffee on. Then maybe the guys would go in the other room and play cards, and then the ladies, we would all tell stories, and it was just so different and fun. And when I come to your house now, we do that too. We do it for hours.
Yeah, on Christmas Eve, yeah, when you come, like, or even just when you come, just you and me, and oh my gosh, me, you, and Marisa could talk for like 7 hours with that.
Oh my God. And your mom and my sister and Ron, like, it's just, it's great. As a matter of fact, I'm coming home Sunday the 25th and the 26th. I'll be there. So I'm going to be with my sister during the day. We're going to do our Christmas then, because we didn't get to do our Christmas. And then I'm thinking, I don't know if she's there, so it's a secret. Maybe we'll throw a little surprise dinner for your mom the next day, or lunch. Maybe we'll invite Marisa and Uncle Nicky and my sister. That would be fun, right?
Yeah, because their birthday's the week before.
Tiana's birthday is the 18th. It should be a national holiday. So if anybody,
It should be.
yeah, she's the best. Okay, speaking of food, we're going to take a little break. We're going to do the food section of our show, as we often do. Also, folks, oh my God. Leah, what are you holding up there? Ron Burgey, Mr. February, with his pan. Hello to my honey bunch. How cute. Rina, your husband is saying hello to you.
He's been waiting patiently in the wings. He was going to come in with some prop or something. I don't know.
Well, if he does, he's always.
Ron, you want to come say hi?
Ron always has an entrance. Have you noticed that?
Oh.
He never just is there or enters a room. There is always props and costumes involved. That is true. Come on in, Ron. Oh my God, there he is. Ron, that is adorable. So you're kind of like a Buzz Lightyear, but you have the frog glasses. Okay. Ron, you get cuter by the second.
Oh, thank you.
You really do. So Ron, let me ask you something, honey, because you didn't grow up in our house. You grew up in your own house. What was a tradition that your mother made, something that was just for Christmas? What was the what, honey?
The wands.
Yeah, they're
Wandy.
like Wandy.
Wandy.
In his where she's from in Naples, they would call them Iwandi, and then they kind of Americanized it a little bit to be wands. But they're
Yeah.
um very thin strips of dough, and then with a certain design, and then fried with honey on
Honey
top.
and sprinkles.
Oh, I love that. The honey and the sprinkles. That's what the rosettes were. So
Mhm.
you would let them cool off, and then you'd put honey on them.
Mhm.
Tons of hot honey, not hot honey in the sense of spicy, but the honey would be warm, and
Mhm.
then you'd put all these sprinkles on. We're gonna make some. We're gonna make rosettes.
Yeah, that
And
could be
make,
something to do when you come back.
oh
Absolutely,
my God, I think we should. We have to.
I like it.
All right. I'm assuming you have a hand mixer though.
I do, and I also have
Oh.
a thing that I was going to show you what I made.
Yum yum.
What
I'm
is that?
copycat cranberry bliss bars.
Oh, my favorite from Starbucks.
Yes, from Starbucks. They
What
came
did
out
you make? How'd you make that?
it's just a copycat recipe. So it's like the blondie recipe at the bottom, and then there's a frosting that has like orange zest in it, and it's so delicious. And then the pistachios and cranberries on top.
Oh my God,
Oh,
I love it. It's my favorite thing at Starbucks during this season.
me
I
too. I
already,
tried it before, and I tried it like about a month ago, and I was like, oh, these things are
oh
delicious.
yeah, these things are, I love those. Yes. Oh wow.
Much smaller sizes. Starbucks, they're like this big. I cut these into little ones.
I love that.
Yeah,
That's fantastic. All right. So people type in, I'm going to do the food section of our show, but type in foods that your mom or dad or uncles or whoever was the baker in your house might have made, even if it's not a sweet thing that was just kind of around Christmas that you remember as a child that would bring back memories. So, okay, what did I make tonight? So it's freezing out this time of year, and everybody wants that comfort food, right? And so I made just a simple tonight. I made a simple grilled cheese.
I bet that you didn't say. Go ahead.
Oh my God, hold on, folks. Welcome, Leo. You got to help me. I always forget this. That's why I need you, Rina. Welcome to the food section of our show called
Go ahead.
Go Ahead. Keep
Eating.
eating. All right, thank you, Rina. Oh my God, what is wrong with me? Rina, did I bring you a new apron yet?
Yes.
Okay,
You
thank
did.
God.
I wore the other one out. I mean,
I know.
it's really, I mean, it's lasted. It still is great, except the picture was worn out in the front.
Picture was worn out, so I gave her a new one. Okay, grilled cheese sandwich with my favorite bread, which is oat nut, Pepperidge Farm oat nut bread. I just love it. So, and I can't remember this. The cheese, it might just be cheddar cheese. So there is that. Nothing beats a grilled cheese. Sometimes I throw a little ham in there, but really in the wintertime, nothing beats a grilled cheese sandwich. Now, usually people do a soup and a sandwich, right? So what soup do I have tonight? Because I had to make it anyway for orders. My Three Kings chicken soup. And I thought it was appropriate because it is Three Kings. Today is Three Kings Day, right?
Yep.
So this soup, let me tell everybody how I created this soup. I think some people know, but during COVID, so 2020, Christmas of COVID, everybody was sick, right? So we couldn't see each other, and all my friends had COVID, and some of Judy's family members. And I remember Judy's brother, oldest brother, Robert, saying, "Man, I can't taste anything. It's awful." And it's almost like I'm going to have to trick my taste buds into waking up because I can't taste anything. I was like, wait a minute. What is good when you have the flu? Chicken soup, right? We all think that's the best thing for us. But then I thought, I'm going to trick the brain. I am not going to put the average spices in that you would have in a chicken soup. I'm going to put completely different things that you would never have in a chicken soup. So, unfortunately, I cannot give away my recipe. I'm very serious about recipes. But I will tell you that some were Middle Eastern, mostly Middle Eastern, and then a few were from Asia. So I thought, wait a minute. This is like, I was thinking about the Three Kings because it was right around Christmas. Wait a minute. Then, of course, I go to this place. If baby Jesus had COVID, the Three Kings would have brought him the spices to make this soup. And that was my my thinking as a crazy story writer, but so that's why I called it Three Kings chicken soup, because the spices are what, and I used the spices that those three kings, where they were from. So I believe one was from what is Palestine now. I mean, what is Palestine, which was then became Israel. The other one was from Yemen, and the other one was from Asia. So whatever, they're not specific, but so I used 7 different spices, because 7's a lucky number. 7 different spices from those regions, and that's how I created the Three Kings chicken soup, which I make flies off the shelf during this time. So
Excellent.
that's that. Then for my salad, we know I love salads. Okay, so I have romaine lettuce here. Romaine lettuce lately is like the only lettuce that even looks good. There's something, it's just, there's a shortage of good lettuce like there used to be. And we know why. We don't have to say it. But so romaine lettuce, teeny tiny cucumbers, which I got at Trader Joe's. They're teeny and they're delicious. And then celery, a little bit of dill, Bosque pears. Look how pretty those are. I love pears. And craisins. And then I'm going to put a cinnamon pear balsamic vinegar.
Wow.
Yes. Thank you very much for wowing that, because I think it's a wow too. And then because it wouldn't need much else, just a plain, very good extra virgin olive oil. And that is ready to go. Now for our dessert, I don't make desserts, I buy them, but there's a place in the village, they're all over the place. It's just all Middle Eastern food. And I have fallen in love with Middle Eastern food from any of those regions, from Turkey, from Yemen, from Greece, because Greece is considered the Middle East. And I just love all that stuff, you know. So this cake is from, I don't remember the name of it. It's something with an S. I should have like written it down when I bought it. But it's like I want to say it's a flourless layer cake.
Wow.
And yeah, isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
And the chocolate on top is to die. So it's like a chocolate, like a special, very dark chocolate, and then a piece of chocolate on top. And so I just like to give credit where credit is due to these different wonderful cultures that I'm surrounded by in New York. So
Egyptian food is much like Mexican food.
Is it?
When I got the chance to perform in Cairo in 2004.
Yeah.
And some of the foods, pastas and noodles and beans, although they
Really?
were beans, beef, little like sausages, but they were beef sausages. Yeah, so it was really kind of the same. I'm trying to put the
You know who's in Egypt right now?
Ooh.
My niece Angelica, who was actually born on January 6th.
Wow.
My goddaughter, your niece.
Yeah, your goddaughter, my niece. That's right. Did you see the picture? She's on Instagram. She's amazing.
Yes, amazing.
She's in Egypt.
I forget. I was like, I forget how. I could have just looked it up, but I was like, I don't know how far. Like, is it 6 hours ahead or what it was? But I'm like, I sent her a message this morning. I'm like, happy birthday for the whole day, no matter what time it is.
I know. I sent her a message. I don't know if she got it yet, but I'm sure I think she's still there. Good for her. She's very adventurous. A few years ago, she went to Bolivia. She's been to around the country.
Do you know where she was going in Egypt? What cities she went to?
I know
Cairo, right?
That's where the pyramids are.
Yeah, that's where she was.
Yeah, Luxor is another one. It's further down south on the Nile.
Well, you did theater there, right, Leo?
Yeah, I got a chance to perform at the International Festival of Experimental Theater.
Wow, that's amazing.
Experiences.
That's amazing. So let's see. People, Zapoli, Danielle, Alexandria Alchemy says Zapoli were things that her family made that she remembers fondly. Rina, do you make Zapoli?
We do. We make zeppoli, we make strufoli, the little like honey balls that are.
That's what Billy was talking about. Bill Goffey and I were talking about Strufoli. We couldn't remember the name, and then we thought of it at the last minute.
Yeah.
There were Zeppelis at the, if I remember the episode Christmas at the Rachowskis. I believe that there were Zeppelis there.
Yes. Did you see it on Christmas, Rena? Right, that Christmas week, Leo played the.
Laugh so much. It's still.
Oh my God! It's still the funniest episode of all time.
Best studio audience ever.
Oh my God! Crazy. That audience was a little whacked out. I loved it. So happy birthday to Angelica, says Danielle. Yes, Danielle. And you know who makes great zeppoli? Rosetta and Cora.
Yes.
Roberti, our cousins.
I have a napkin because they have a recipe, but they were just doing it. And they're like, this is how my mother made it. I'm like, I know, but what's the recipe? So I literally on a napkin, I wrote, like I was swallowing them. I'm like, I get, they put this much flour. And then it was like, it should feel like this.
They don't measure anything. Italians don't measure.
No.
That's what we always, oh my God. We always joke about this. Remember Rosa? Rosa used to tell the story, our other cousin, Rosa Avendanza, that she would watch the Italian ladies and they would draw recipes because a lot of them didn't read or write because they hadn't gone, they only went up to like third grade and then they had to cook for their families or work or whatever. They were so poor during the war. So Rosa would say, like, you can't get you can't get a straight answer out of these old Italian ladies. They would say, like, I don't know, una montagna de farina, like a mountain of flour. What do you mean? And right, and then 2 eggs. They would draw the eggs. 2 eggs. You know, like a spoon of oil. Like they just drew it. They didn't write it. It's so funny though. You know,
I love the spellings. Even on my mother sometimes it's like Befana powder, like BEKI powder, like a power. I'm like, baking powder, baking powder.
Right. It's true. And oh man, so many times I want to call my mother and ask her, like, wait a minute, what did you used to put in that? Because I want to make that. And there's no recipe, you know, like sometimes I'll try to Google something that she used to make. Like, I don't know, like at Christmas Eve, she'd make this bacala salad, which is a codfish, and it would have lemon, oil, tangerine, or those little clementines.
Yeah,
She'd chop up and black olives.
Oh,
like,
yeah. I
remember that? Like it was so good. It sounds crazy, but it was so good.
Yeah, she made fish. Your mother was good at cooking fish.
Yeah, she was really good. And your mother was great at making meat. Like if you wanted a really good roast beef or a really good anything meat heavy, go to Tiana's. If you wanted good seafood, go to my mother's. Although Tiana makes really good seafood too.
Yeah. But like they each had their specialty in a way.
And then Marisa's mother to Louisa, because she came from a different part. It was called Gaeta, which is right on the ocean. Yeah. She made an incredible seafood. And it was spicy too. She put a lot of spice. She made like a calamari pie. Remember that?
Yes. Yeah, the calamari one.
Yeah. All right. I can't believe it. We're at the end of our show already.
They went by fast. I talked.
Leo, no, you don't talk. I talk too much. You don't talk too much at all. Leo, what was the tradition that your family used to make for Christmas?
We always did breakfast for our Christmas. So we always had tamales and menudo and
what's menudo?
And menudo is beef tripe.
Oh.
Isn't menudo like a dance group? Like a boy band?
Yeah.
I love that.
That's kind of meat.
I love that. So menudo really means beef tripe. So now we know what they are.
Yeah, beef tripe. The like pozole would be pork and menudo would be beef.
So good.
And menudo usually did not have hominy in it, but our California Mexicans tend to have hominy in there. So
wow,
the world needs hominy.
Every group, every ethnic group has their little traditions, and I am all about it. Okay, we want to remind you before you leave again of our shows that we promoted. Thank you, Leo, I know he's going to bring those up. So, yes, if you are in Provincetown or anywhere in the Cape and you want to do something really nice for yourself, Thursday, January 15th and Friday, January 16th at 7 p.m. at the Provincetown Theater, 238 Bradford Street, our wonderful friend, James Jackson Jr., Incredible performer, incredible. He was in White Girl in Danger, and he just blew me away. That's how I met him. And then I realized he was friends with Elliot. Elliot's his musical director. Outstanding stage presence, singer, storyteller. Nicholas Rodriguez will be at Chelsea Table and Chair. Oh, I did it again. Chelsea Table and Stage. I did it again. On Monday, January 12th, which is this Monday coming up at 7 p.m. Get your tickets because this is definitely selling out. It's a love letter to Stephen Sondheim, and he sings Sondheim songs and actually reads actual letters that were written to Sondheim. I mean, this is going to be phenomenal. So those are my two picks of the week. And Leo, you will always be my pick of the week. I want to tell you I love you. Leo is our Mexican cousin. That's what we call him. Doesn't he seem like he fits right into our family? Yeah. Compadre. Rina, nobody could love you more than me. I mean, your mother loves you more than me. And your husband, maybe, because he's your husband. But I just think you're the greatest thing in the world. And I'll see you on the 25th and the 26th. Well, the 25th, I'll be at my sister's, and maybe I'll come over that night. We'll figure it out.
Fly in?
What?
Does Leo want to fly in?
Oh, I wish I could.
Leo, one of these days, maybe in the summer when your back is better.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh my God.
No,
We're
baby,
gonna that is a reunion that needs to happen.
Definitely.
Yes. That'd be a
my
fun reunion. But I got to come to Boston. That's what I got to do.
Boston's a great
I gotta
city.
come to Massachusetts.
It's a great city and a great state.
Oh, I've
Okay,
been there.
Ask Maria, our guest room. She said it was very comfortable.
Oh my God, I love your guest room. It's fantastic. Okay, so here's what I want us to do. You know, I always like to end on a positive note. Let's go around and leave a little, either a wish or a thought for people for the year. Let's think of something we want to start the year off on. Leo, I'm going to start with you.
For everyone that's going through pain, I hope that they find relief.
Okay, that sounds good. That sounds great. Rinuzza.
Yeah, I'm going to go with what we were talking about before. Magic. Keep a little bit of magic in your life. Surround yourself with good people who will bring a little magic in your life, and you'll be better for it.
I love that. And you know, I was thinking about this, just came to my brain now, but it's you know, if people try to get you to react to things, don't do it. There's more power in staying positive and forging ahead. People will try to distract you. And there's a great saying in AA that says, what other people think of me is none of my business. And I just love it. I love it. So stay positive. If people try to push your buttons, don't let them. One of the things I've been doing, I'll share this little secret. If there are people on my Facebook, even that I don't know, because lots of times I'll comment on something and someone else's, and someone will come at me, I block them. It feels wonderful. That way, even if they do, I can't see it. Or just I hide the comment. If it's on my page and somebody says something stupid, I just hide the comment.
Protecting your sanity, protecting your peace of mind.
Give them the hi-ho.
Yes, give them the hi-ho. Rina, great way to end it. Protect your sanity. Say it again.
Yeah, protect your sanity. Protect your mind. Your peace.
I love that. Beautiful.
What's left?
That's what we're going to end on. I love everybody. Next week, I'm fingers crossed, because I don't know if they may be in a rehearsal, but Jim Lazar, Ricky Ritzel, because they are musically directing a brand new show called My Ex-Husband's Funeral. And it should be amazing. It's at Don't Tell Mamas, and it's like a comedy. And if I can get those two, I spoke to Jim, and he's going to speak to Ricky. And I think they were going to, that's their night that they can come on, because it's happening next week. So just remember, everybody, we love and appreciate you. We're here every Tuesday night from 9 to 10 Eastern. And then if you miss us, you can find us either on Facebook or on YouTube, and all our shows are archived. This is episode 432. Leo, I can't thank you enough for everything you do. Rina, my whole life, you've been that bright light. Thank you for being a bright light in my life. And our audience, where would we be without you? We love and appreciate you. Have a wonderful night, and we'll see you next week.